Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. A look at your headlines on this Wednesday afternoon. Some breaking news, a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. What this includes. Plus, Santa Rosa County deputies investigating vandalism at a local ballpark. We'll show you some surveillance video of the truck and hopefully you can identify who's responsible. Plus, the Mardi Gras tree is about to be lit up in downtown Mobile. Details on the festivities coming up later this week. Let's begin News 5 now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to WKRG News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you this afternoon. Just wrapped up the noon show, and we have got to talk about the weather forecast. We have been talking about how it's going to warm up for a few days and then rain on Saturday, and boom, those temperatures are plummeting. I had a friend text me and say, I heard it's going to snow Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, let me tell you, I don't think that is set in stone yet. I was talking to our first alert storm team, and I said, look, just let me know. Is it going to snow on Tuesday? And they said, we don't know yet. It is too far out. The forecast models are all over the place. We may have snow. We may have icy rain. We may have wintry mix. That could be Tuesday into Wednesday. It could be Wednesday into Thursday. We just don't know yet. So before you start buying milk and bread, let's get another few days under our belt and just know that the forecasts you're seeing, they are not accurate yet. That could change. It's just too early to be able to predict what's going to happen. But we know the temperatures are going to be low, so do prepare for those colder temperatures and stay tuned and see what is going to happen here along the Gulf Coast. Okay. Now, got that off my chest, everybody. Let's get to our big stories at this hour. And starting with number 5, the IRS has postponed the deadline to file federal tax returns for those impacted by Hurricane Helene. They will be able to file their returns through May 1st. The delay also impacts small businesses as well. State taxes in Alabama are still due on February 3rd, but the State Revenue Department is offering tax filing and penalty relief on a case-by-case basis for those who were impacted by the hurricane. So keep that in mind if you are in the state of Florida. Number 4, tomorrow night, Mobile City leaders will light the way to Mardi Gras. I love this. The annual lighting of the city's Mardi Gras tree is set for 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And it's going to be so much fun. The Excelsior Band's going to be there. Mayor Sandy Stimpson is going to actually flip the switch at 6:30. And then once he does that, we will hear from the Jukebox Brass Band. The Blowhouse Brass Band is also going to perform. So all of our favorite brass bands, they are so talented. They're all going to be performing. That is going to be awesome to see, by the way. The lighting ceremony was originally scheduled for last week, but was pushed back because of the bad weather. All right, number 3, the Mobile City Council approving $50,000 settlement agreement with former Mobile Police Commander Kevin Levy. Mayor Stimpson fired Levy last year after he was accused of providing false information in a city council investigation. But Levy was cleared of any wrongdoing by the district attorney in July. Number 2, Santa Rosa County deputies are looking for the person who vandalized a local sports field. Investigators say the driver of the truck that you see on the left side of your screen right there, actually you're seeing it full screen, that truck. Do you know whose truck that is? Do you recognize it? I don't think we have a good view of the license plate, but this truck went onto the fields and just started doing donuts and messed up the field so badly at the Tiger Point Sports Association earlier this month. So if you know who that is, if you know who's behind the wheel, please contact the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. And we have a daylight picture of the fields. Oh man, they're a mess now. So we got to find who did this. All right, number 1, everybody, a ceasefire deal has been reached between Israel and Hamas. Breaking news at this hour, officials saying the Israeli government and the organization have agreed to a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of dozens of hostages after more than 15 months of war. Now, nearly 100 people are still captive inside Gaza. So here's what the deal would mean. It would pause the fighting, and that would bring hope for the winding down of violent conflict in the Middle East. The plan, though, still needs approval from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's security cabinet and then his full cabinet, but hopefully we will see that happen. But a big deal today as a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has been announced. Okay, now let's get to our question of the day, and it has to do with President Donald Trump's inauguration, which is coming up next week, Monday, January 20th is Inauguration Day. And our question of the day has to do with former First Lady Michelle Obama. She has announced that she will not be attending Donald Trump's inauguration next week. Thoughts? Now, she's not saying why, she's just saying she cannot be there. And her husband, former President Barack Obama, will be there. So let's look at what some of you have to say about this. Teresita's not going to watch anyway. Let's see if we can get to some fresh comments here. Let's see. Claudette says she did not attend the funeral for Jimmy Carter. Let's see. Trying to find just some fresh comments, not responses to others. And I'm going to keep on moving down. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. Nathaniel says she's so real for that. Dana saying nobody will miss her. So kind of negative comments there from a lot of folks. If you want to chime in, you can. But again, we're not being given a reason as to why she cannot be there. And so we don't want to assume why she can't be there. So if you want to chime in, you can do so on WKRG's Facebook page. Okay, now we're going to get to our poll of the day. And it has to do with football. Will the Kansas City Chiefs win a third straight Super Bowl? Yes or no? Yes or no? John says, God, I hope not. Go Lions. Summer says, would love to see a Lions-Bills rematch. Go Lions. Olivia, fly, Eagles, fly. Let's see. Oh, come on, Erica. If they pay the right referee the right amount of money, they will. So anyway, a lot of people are just talking about this on social media and telling us what they think. Will the Kansas City Chiefs win a third straight Super Bowl? Go ahead and chime in. I love the Taylor Swift effect. I know y'all are going to be like, I don't even want to hear that. But I do. I love all the shots Taylor Swift, so I think it'd be kind of fun to have the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But I don't know. We will see. We will see if they make it to the Super Bowl, if they win the Super Bowl. Okay, everybody. Let's wrap up this edition of News 5 Now. Thanks for joining me. Asher Red will be anchoring our 4 o'clock show today in for Cherish. And I'll see you tonight for News 5 at 5. Have a great afternoon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.